Hello and welcome back to another video in Assetto Corsa Competizione. So today we are going to be covering the topic of driver swaps. Now this is something that happens in PC but isn't integrated in Xbox and PlayStation at the moment. They are talking about doing driver swaps on console, but I think potentially they're going to wait for next gen consoles before they integrate that function. So basically, before you sign up to any or you jump in any driver swap practice, you need to make sure that the organizers for your event have got your Steam ID and they've assigned it to the right team. This basically tells Assetto Corsa Competizione which team you're in and which car to put you in. Obviously, if you're jumping into a qualifying event, then the driver that is qualifying needs to jump in first. This is basically because ACC gets a little bit confused if you try and do driver swaps in qualifying. So there's been a few videos on driver swaps already, but the one thing I haven't seen is kind of doing a driver swap from both perspectives. So today I'm going to jump into the server as a replacement driver. My teammate will have already been in the server and driving, and this is kind of how it would be if you were jumping in for a stint in an endurance race. And of course then I'm going to show you swapping back out and kind of swapping the other driver back in. Before we get into that, if you are enjoying this video, if you are kind of liking the content that I'm making, then please feel free to hit the like button and of course hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon on these videos, just to kind of, it massively helps me out, and I really do want to help you guys out with these videos. So without further ado, let's jump in the server and get on with it. Okay, so first of all I'm going to show you jumping in the car as a replacement driver. So for this we need to go into your server. We've obviously put the password in already, so I'm going to hit connect, and obviously my teammate is already in the server as a driver. He's already driving around the circuit right now, and that's really important. There we go. So you can see Alex is already doing a lap at the moment, so he will obviously select me as a replacement driver. Let's hit drive and ride on board. I'm ready to go whenever you are, mate.
Sounds good.
So obviously he's just coming through to the end of the lap now, so he literally just has to come into the pits and stop, do your normal pit stop, and I will then take over as a driver. So we see he comes around the last corner now, so we should head to the pits, and hopefully we don't get a kind of speeding penalty on the way in. And obviously it is literally as simple as you think it is, but obviously there are videos out there that have showed this but don't show it from this side of things. So as we make our way down, and that Aston sounds really loud in the on the pit limiter. But yeah, the one thing I will say is that you can't see in this video, you can't see where he's stopping in the pit box, but you also can't see your count out as well. So it's really important for your teammate to give you a little bit of a count out on the pit stop, just so they know what's going on. But yeah, like I say, we're now stopped. The guys are doing the pit stop, and we're just kind of waiting to be ready to go.
25 seconds.
Cool, thanks, mate. So as you can see, I've got my push to talk button set up so that I can talk to my teammate. So he will, when I get to kind of 10 or 5 seconds, he'll just give me a little countdown. And obviously you then start the car and drive away.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go, go.
So there we go, we're now away, and like I say, you have to hit the ignition and then hit the starter as well. So and yeah, we're now driving. As you can see, Alex is now connected. So what we'll do is we'll go and do a lap and swap back round. Cool, so here we are driving the car, and you can see I'm coming up to the pits now. So if we cycle through to our pit menu and go down and select the driver that we want, I'm just going to take this nice and slowly, and obviously you want to try and get this done before you get into the pits. So you can see that Alex is now selected as requested, and we're going to head into the pits and get a driver swap done. And it is literally that simple. You just need to have your driver selected, have the right kind of setup in the server, and just hit the pits. it is as simple as that. So as we go through and just kind of sit on the pit limiter ground, this feels really slow. So this time around we're going to jump into the pits, and we'll actually be able to see the pit box this time around. So we will go through, just kind of take it nice and easy, stop the car. And another thing to mention here is that you can kind of hit the ignition for your teammate. So you can select the ignition and kind of make it nice and easy for your teammate to kind of exit the pits. Cool, so 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And away we go. So there we go, that's driver swaps in ACC. So like I say, hopefully it looks really simple, and it is really simple if you get things right. There's just a few things that you need to make sure that you're doing. Like I say, your Steam ID to the organisers. This just helps with getting you in the right team. Making sure that the first person driving the car is the first person that joins the server. And then finally making sure that you're selecting the correct driver before you hit the pits. This just helps make everything run nice and smoothly, and hopefully this guide has kind of shown you how things work.